His adventurous soul has taken him up mountains and down dazzling heights, constantly challenging his own disability.
A quadriplegic who did everything from hot air ballooning to bungee jumping. How more adventurous could he be?
My brother-in-law actually mentioned it as a joke 3 years ago with my personal trainer at the time who was built like a house. And they were going to carry me up. I said, well, how can we maybe take a wheelchair off-road? And then it went from off-road to being on a mountain, and then it went from being on a mountain to, well, if you're going to go big, if you're going to go do it, go big. So we thought of Kilimanjaro. It became a big, big project. I didn't realize how big it was until, I'd say, a month beforehand. When I saw everybody else's reaction to the whole thing.
Bernie didn't only want to make it to the top of Kilimanjaro, but also wherever possible to make it on his own steam, with the rest of the team only helping him if absolutely necessary.
We never knew it was around the corner. We never knew if my arms were going to hold out, and we had the constant worry of getting altitude sickness, and it was twice where I actually did get sick.
When we first started, the first day he had a really bad day, and I didn't think he could make it. And the second day he had a great day, and after that I knew he could make it. And just seeing him, you know, somebody in his position go to such lengths because he really wanted it.
I probably should have turned around, but I chose not to. Partly because I don't like to fail, and partly because I got this far, and I probably thought that I'd never get that far again. Previous guy I did it got to 16,500 feet, which we did on day 8.
The first day was tough on Bernie.
I was adamant I was going to do it by myself.
He battled with the heat, but still managed to make it to the first cave, a day ahead of schedule.
And yeah, we pushed through, and we got there.
After day 6, 2 of the team members decided to turn back because they suffered from severe altitude sickness. The remaining 3 members managed to get to Uhuru Peak on day 9, 2 days quicker than planned.
Bernie was pushing, and I think it inspires everybody. It truly is an amazing task, and to think if a person like Bernie can do what he did, somebody like me, well, I should be able to push myself a lot more and do things I thought I could never do.
Bernie often quotes the saying, life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% of what you do about it. The same man who was the first physically disabled Rotary Exchange student in the world set a new record by conquering Mount Kilimanjaro in a wheelchair.
I haven't reached my boundaries yet, and I want to test those boundaries and see where it takes me. If I fall down, I always say, what's the worst that can happen? I'll fall down, break my back, end up in a wheelchair. So if that happens, I'll deal with it at that time. But I'm not living my life in a corner. I mean, I was told I'd never drive a car, I'd never have a normal life, I'd never have a normal education. I've done all those now. If you're told you can't do this, you can't do that, you can either choose to believe it or you can choose to test it. Now, when I do things, I'm not proving it to anybody else. I'm not even proving it to myself. I just want to see if I can.